Mabuhay Pilipinas! Mabuhay Pilipinos! Kumusta kayo po? Ito po si Nico Fabian once again. Nandito po sa programa natin NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. And today is Monday, first day of the working day po. How are you? Salamat pagi, salamat patang, and salamat malam to each and every one of you who are monitoring itong channel natin na NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico on a Monday. Kumusta kayo? And of course, I would like to pass my greetings also to all the overseas Filipino workers kung nasaan man kayo ngayon sa iba-ibang parte ng mundo. And of course, to my countrymen, fellow Filipinos din, kababayan ko dito sa Malaysia. Kumusta kayo po? No? Kumusta kayo? And hope everything is running smoothly, particularly dito po sa Sabah East, Malaysia, one of the two states ng Malaysia sa East Coast, no? Sa East Coast, ang Kota Kinabalu at ang Sabah at saka ang Sarawak. Dito sa Kota Kinabalu City, the lone city of Sabah, and to the nearby municipalities and districts dito sa Kota Kinabalu, I would like to say welcome to each and every one of you. Alright, umpisa na tayo po ang programa natin, and this time around, we'll be talking about a little bit on Pacquiao, no? Kasi kahapon, yesterday, nakita natin, yesterday morning, we saw the bout between Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios. And how do you look at the fight? Is it satisfactory? Is it interesting? Is the decision made by the judges, no? Correct or what? Do you think Manny Pacquiao won the bout, or he deserved for a majority draw? Majority draw po, no? Let's talk about it later on po dito sa programa natin, NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. To those who are celebrating their birthday today, I would like to say happy birthday to all of you. To those who are celebrating their special occasions today, July 21, I would like to wish each and every one of you that you will enjoy, you will have a very memorable, fruitful, and problem-free celebration today. And to all my followers, I would like to say, welcome to my program. Ito po, si Nico Fabian. Okay, umpisa na tayo po. But before I will give you some sabihin natin reactions about the Manny Pacquiao Barrios fight yesterday. Let us talk first about the Philippines. Ang Pilipinas ngayon po, walang presidente. Bakit walang presidente? Mayroon lang caretaker. Sino ba ang caretaker ngayon sa Pilipinas? Kasi wala sa Pilipinas ang presidente natin, and I'm referring to President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. Nasa abroad siya po, nasa United States of America siya, and attending a very special function po. And later on, I think tomorrow, tomorrow, Bongbong Marcos, so PBBM, will be having a meeting with no less than the superpower, the number one leader of the world, in this world, ang presidente, si President Donald Trump. They will be discussing siguro, one of the issues is about the tariff po, sa Pilipinas, which the United States will be implementing, So maganda yun po ang mga issues, but don't worry, we have a very capable caretakers dyan sa Pilipinas, and I'm referring to no other than si Executive Secretary Bersamin, as well as ang DOJ, Department of Justice Secretary si Crispin Remulla. Sila dalawa ngayon po ang caretaker ng Pilipinas, habang si President Bongbong Marcos nasa labas attending a meeting dyan po sa United States. And he left Saturday, and yesterday he arrived dyan po sa United States. Now, allow me to give you some details regarding ang trip ni PBBM dyan pa sa United States, and I'm referring to, I will read to you a news article published by Philstar. It is a mainstream print media dyan po sa Pilipinas, and the title of the heading of the news article is Marcos arrives in Washington amid looming U.S. tariff hike. Yun po. Okay, nandito ang mga detalles regarding itong news article. President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. arrived in Washington on Sunday, July 21, EDT, for a 3-day official visit seeking to shore up economic and security ties with the United States and avert a steep tariff hike on Philippine exports threatened by U.S. President Donald Trump. He was welcomed at the Joint Base Andrews at 2:48 p.m. local time by the Philippine Ambassador Jose Manuel Romualdez and U.S. Ambassador to the Philippines Mary Kay Carlson. This marks Marcos' fifth visit to the United States since taking office in 2022 and his first official meeting with Trump since the latter returned to the White House in January. Marcos is also the first leader from Southeast Asia to visit Trump in his second term. Naka-5 na pala ang trip, no, ni Bongbong Marcos sa United States. Marcos' arrival came less than 2 weeks before the U.S. is scheduled to impose a 20% tariff on Philippine exports, a policy Trump outlined in a July 9 letter that cited the Philippines' long-term and very persistent trade barriers. The rate was raised from an initial 17% proposed in April despite prior efforts by Philippine officials to negotiate relief. My top priority for this visit is to push for greater economic engagement, particularly through trade and investment between the Philippines and United States, Marcos said in a statement before departing Manila on Sunday. All right. Marcos is scheduled to meet with Trump at the White House on Tuesday, July 22. The Philippine delegation hopes to use the visit to advance discussions towards a bilateral trade agreement or a reciprocal trade deal that could ease tensions and protect export sectors at risk. I intend to convey to President Trump and his cabinet officials that the Philippines is ready to negotiate a bilateral trade deal that will ensure strong, mutually beneficial, and future-oriented collaborations that only United States and the Philippines will be able to take advantage of, sabi ni Marcos. Special Assistant to the President for Investment and Economic Affairs, Frederick Go, said earlier this month that the administration is committed to good faith negotiations to pursue a comprehensive bilateral deal. In this letter to Marcos on July 9, Trump said the 20% tariff would apply to all Philippine products starting August 1 and warned that goods rerouted through the countries to avoid the duties would be charged at even higher rates. Trump described the tariff as necessary to address that he called a trade relationship that had been far from reciprocal. The U.S. leader also warned that the Philippines imposes retaliatory tariff on U.S. goods. The U.S. levy would increase accordingly. But while the trade is at the center of the visit, Marcos said he also aims to reinforce the broader alliance with the U.S., including defense cooperation and regional peace and stability. The Philippines, after all, remains one of the Washington's oldest allies in Asia with shared interests across economic, military, and diplomatic fronts. Yan po. Nandyan po ngayon po si PBBM sa United States po to attend itong 3 days visit niya po, no? 3 days visit niya sa United States of America. And surprisingly, surprisingly, si First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos is not together with her husband, ang presidente ng Pilipinas, si Marcos Jr. For what reasons? I was made to understand that she's also attending a very important function dyan po sa Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia. Alright, let's see. Any updates regarding this issue po? I will make sure that you will be properly informed. In the meantime, as what I said, walang presidente ang Pilipinas ngayon kasi mayroon tayong caretaker po in the person of Executive Secretary Bersamin and DOJ Secretary si Crispin Remulla. Safe na safe po ang Pilipinas. Okay. Ang Vice President natin po na nasaan ba? Outside din siguro ng Pilipinas because last Saturday, she attended itong prayer rally theme, Bring Home PRD Now, dyan po sa The Hague, dyan po sa Netherlands po. And of course, later this month, she's also scheduled to go to South Korea to attend a similar rally dyan po sa South Korea, organized by the Filipino communities in that particular country. Shoutout muna tayo kay Mary Lou Pintodio, who is also watching itong programa natin, NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. Hope everything is running smoothly kay Mary, and at the same time, sa inyong pong lahat, sa mga viewers ng NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. Alright, now let's go to the issue of Manny Pacquiao. The issue of Manny Pacquiao, wherein after the bout of Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios po, ang decision ng tatlong judges is majority draw. Some people will say they thought Manny Pacquiao won the bout, while others said correct din ang decision ng tatlong judges. But on the contrary, others were saying na si Mario Barrios should have won the bout. But just the same, the title still hold by Mario Barrios po as the World Boxing Council welterweight champion po, si Barrios. Ang difference nila po during the fight, ang age difference nila, which is 16 years difference po. Ang height is 6-footer si Barrios and 5'6" lang si Pacquiao. But, Pacquiao has the experience, has the speed, has the stamina, and the determination to return back to the boxing arena despite him being already 46 years old. Alright. Nandito po, let me share with you itong footage po about announcement. Ang official announcement during the fight of Pacman and Barrios po. Let's watch this video clip which I have prepared para sa inyong lahat po. Nandito po. Let's listen to this. Watch and listen to this.
Jim Gray with Manny Pacquiao. All right, thank you very much. Manny Pacquiao, congratulating the corner of Barrios. Manny, your thoughts on that decision?
I thought I won the fight. I mean, it's a close fight. You know, we won it very tough. Barrios, wonderful fight. Good.
You're a 46-year-old man, and you had stamina back like when you were 35. How did you manage to pull that off?
just hard work, and then discipline, everything like that. And I have to keep my body shape as always.
What more do you think you could have done so that it didn't come down to the hands of the judges?
Sorry, man.
What more do you think you could have done so that you wouldn't have had it come down to the hands of the judges?
Oh, I'm trying to find a way to finish the fight, but my opponent is so tough and brave. He's not careless. They throw punches combination and with defense, so it's hard. Getting hard, but I just moving around and counter punch, power punch.
This is one of the great performances in the history of not only this sport, but all of sports. What will you take from this as the disappointment of this draw and time passes?
I think it's an inspiration to like the old boxers that when you have discipline and hard work, you can still fight, and I'm so thankful to God, because without God, Manny Pacquiao is not here. God is the source of all the strength and good health that I have right now.
What enabled you to be better tonight than you were 4 years ago?
Tonight, I'm more experienced. I'm more tactical fighter than compared before. I'm more careless than when I was young. So now I'm more careful, and I need to, although this is my first comeback, but I need more aggressive style and more punches, throwing punches. So like,
Yes,
that's what I want, because that's my style.
What will you do now? Will you fight again?
I think so. God willing. I know the fans waiting there. I only have a 2 months training. What I need to do is like continue my training, like in a championship fight like this. I should train like 4 months, 3 months and a half, so that the fight will be good. But because of election in the Philippines, I start late for my training, but it's okay. I love the Filipino people, and I love to give honor to my country.
So you'd like to continue your career? Would you like a rematch?
Yes, of course. That's the only legacy that I can leave behind, to give inspiration to the Filipino people and to be proud wherever you are.
Manny, congratulations. This was an awesome performance. Appreciate you.
Alright, yun po, si Manny Pacquiao, no? Yeah, in fairness to him, he did a good performance. He showed a very good performance, as promised by him earlier, prior to the fight, that he will make it, he will make sure that the fans will will be satisfied ang match between him and Barrios po. So in fairness to him, he did a good job, no? He did a good job. Okay, I will also share with you another footage po, interview din ito po kay Barrios right after the fight, the 12-round fight nila po, no, yesterday. And both the fighters also agreed, showed interest that they want to have a rematch. Ano sa palagay ninyo po? Okay ba itong rematch? Kailangan pa ba si Pacquiao to have a rematch or look for another opponent at the age of 46? So, kung rematch na yon, it will be next year. Now is already July, towards the end of July, August, September, October, November, December. Sabi ni Pacquiao, if ever he will decide to have a rematch or any bouts, future bouts po, is looking at kailangan daw mga 3 to 4 months training po, because this bout yesterday, July 20, shown in the Philippines, July 20, mayroon lang siyang 2 months lang po training, kulang daw yun po, sabi niya. But despite of the 2 months, he did a good performance po, no? Maganda din ang performance. If you notice, the first round hanggang 8 rounds po, maganda ang performance ni Manny Pacquiao. But towards the last 3 rounds po, Dyan na po, nakita natin na medyo na mahina na si Pacquiao and to the advantage of Mario Barrios po, no? And maybe that's one of the reasons why nag-draw sila po sa decision. Ha? That's how I look at it. Sa inyo po, I don't know how you look at it, but based on the what I saw, live po ang boxing nila yesterday, na nakita ko po na 1 to 8 rounds, Pacquiao maganda ang performance po. No? Magandang performance ni Pacquiao. Anyway, nandito po ang reaction ni Mario. Ni Mario po, Barrios, after the fight. Hold on, Alright.
I still tip my hat to Manny. It was an absolute honor, to share the ring with him, to share the ring with somebody, with so much experience, who has accomplished so much in this sport, man. And shout out to all the Mexican fans here, shout out to all the Filipinos, for supporting this event. This is huge, by far, the biggest event I've had to date. And, we still came in here, we left everything in the ring. And, like I said, I tip my hat to Manny. There's nothing but love and respect. How would you assess his stamina for a 46-year-old man? Were you surprised by it? Oh, absolutely. It's crazy. His stamina, he could still crack. He's still strong as hell. And his timing, his rhythm, everything. He was still a very awkward fighter. To try to figure out. Did you feel you were falling behind round 7, 8, 9, like it was getting away from you? Not necessarily that it was getting away from me. I just knew, I had to try to step it up to really, to solidify a win. You won the last 3 rounds on all the scorecards to enable this draw and to win on one of the judges' cards. How cognizant of that fact were you? Very. I was going to the corner. Rich and Bob were telling me, pick it up, start really, pressing him. That was the plan in the first place coming in here. Trying to make him feel old, but man, he still has some good legs. Still has a lot in the tank, and like I said, man, he still has a lot of fight left in him. He'd like a rematch. Will you give him one? Absolutely. This was huge, for boxing. This is huge. What me and him were able to bring here today. I would love to do it again. Mario, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, let's go back to ringside. Thank you, Jim. And this was the second fight where Mario Barrios won round 12 to salvage a draw and keep his belt. And what a great night of action it was in Las Vegas. 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao defied the odds, but not enough.
Alright, yun po ang reaction, statement ni the great boxer also, si Mario Barrios po from Mexico. And of course, also United States of America. So pride ng Mexico ito po. And si Manny Pacquiao is the pride of the Filipinos. Sana nag-enjoy kayo po ang fight ni Pacman and Barrios yesterday po. No? And we have a mixed reaction regarding the decision. But anyway, it's official. And the decision should be respected po. No? Should be respected. And both fighters also respected the decision and humbly said that they did their part. They did their best. But the best was not enough, according to Manny Pacquiao. Okay, another footage that I'm going to share with you is ang mga reactions ng mga boxers po. Other great boxers po. No? Other great boxers and other personalities dyan po sa boxing industry. Nandito po ang reaction po I prepared for all of you.
I said the casino don't want to let Manny lose. So the casino don't want to let Manny lose. And I knew it was rare, right? Because Mario Barrios just came off of a draw.
After that, people were still kind of voting just because we're all so happy to see Manny back. I feel like that was some of it because, I was there trying to cheer when it was quiet for one. But it's, people even cheering when back as like missing shots or whatever.
Shocking. Shocked me. I didn't think that he was going to be able to do the 12 rounds route.
He looked really good until the 12th round. And Barros just didn't do enough, man. He just was stuck in second gear. The boxing world reacted strongly to the Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios fight. Eddie Hearn commented that Barrios didn't do well, especially considering his size advantage. He pointed out that Barrios should have been beating up Manny, but he looked off and possibly nervous. Hearn added that the performance could have been much better from Barrios' side, sparking more debate about whether the fight truly reflected both fighters' full potential.
All the 6 rounds, like, yeah, really? Pacquiao's not completely dominating like that. But moving forward,
Yeah, listen, I didn't want to say because obviously Jesse's friends with him, but I just don't rate Barrios. Like, I mean, you know, you had like obviously Boots has moved up now, but Boots was the welterweight king. Imagine what Boots would do to Mario Barrios. You know, you just saw Barrios really squeeze out a decision on that Jake Paul Mike Tyson card against someone very average with all due respect. So he should be really dominating Pacquiao, but I don't think he's an elite welterweight.
the opportunities of Barrios, just being in there, I feel like he just looks a little bit too nervous to Barrios.
Yeah, but you should really be walking Pacquiao down and beating him up. Look at the size of Barrios. You know, but I don't know. Like maybe he's going to win. Is it going to the scorecards now? Really? 7-1.
Rolly Romero's reaction mirrored the sentiment of many fans. He felt Manny Pacquiao looked sharp and composed throughout the match. He praised Manny for delivering a performance that thrilled audiences, reminding everyone why he's a beloved figure in the sport. Romero emphasized how enjoyable the bout was, suggesting that even if it wasn't a knockout-driven spectacle, it held its value through Manny's form and the competitive energy in the ring.
Hey, everybody, look, everybody follow my boy King Robert. King Robert, what's up, Rob, dog? I already followed King Robert. Hey, what you think about the fight? Okay. What you think about the fight? You better show him more love. Before you fight, right in the shit, told you kick his ass, but we have to hey, Rolly, shout out to my son in Mexico, bro. Rolly, shout out to my son in Mexico. Hey, Rolly, what you think about the fight, though, really? What you think about Pacquiao tonight?
I thought, you know, it was a close fight where it could have went either way, but Pacquiao looked good, man. Pacquiao looked good for those first, 8 rounds. He looked real good.
Do you feel like that?
Wait. I'm trying to go this way. Everybody come in. Hurry up, take the damn picture.
Do you think a rematch is warranted, Rolly?
What?
Do you think a rematch is warranted?
I don't know.
Robert, what do you think about the fight?
Pacquiao, by a round. It was a close fight. I mean, it wasn't like the champion didn't get beat. So that's
What'd you make for the account that Pacquiao made for himself tonight?
Angelo.
Keith Thurman, a former opponent of Manny Pacquiao, placed a calculated bet on the outcome of the fight and ended up winning $8,500. His reasoning was sharp. He believed neither Pacquiao nor Barrios could realistically lose. Both fighters brought in strong reputations and solid resumes, making a draw a very plausible result. For Thurman, it wasn't just a lucky guess. It reflected a deep understanding of both men's ring IQ and conditioning.
Alright, yan po ang mga reactions ng mga great boxers natin po dito sa mundo. No? And yes, I would like to say congratulations to Manny Pacquiao, congratulations to Mario Barrios, no? For a very, very exciting and action fight po you have shown to the boxing fans yesterday po. Now we'll be looking forward kung totoo ba ito, mayroon tayong rematch, then we will be looking forward also po, and all the best to both boxers, no? Especially as a Filipino, I would like to say once again sincere congratulations to Manny Pacquiao and the Team Pacquiao. Team Pacquiao po. Despite being 46 years old, okay na okay ang performance ni Manny Pacquiao, although draw ang result of the bout. Alright, so yan po ang latest updates natin tungkol sa Manny Pacquiao Barrios bout, and I hope yesterday those who monitored my NikTok, the Real Talk with Nico, I hope in one way or the other, masking paano po, I managed to satisfy you also po. I tried my level best to bring you the live bout of Manny Pacquiao and Barrios yesterday po. Medyo nahirapan tayo, but anyway, very successful din. I would say it is successful, and I look at it, if I'm not mistaken, ang mga followers natin dito po sa channel, I think they are also happy. A thousand apology if I was not able to do what you're expecting, but I tried my level best. Alright? Bago ako makalimutan, let's go back to my earlier topic regarding si Bongbong Marcos in the United States now po, and tomorrow, July 22, he is scheduled to meet Donald Trump and talk about the tariff, the tariff, trade tariff po. Now, I will share with you one footage dito po. Brief lang ito, sandali lang ito po. Ang mga Filipino communities dyan sa Washington po, they organize isang rally po, protesting ang trip ni Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., ang presidente ng Pilipinas. Nandito po, for your information, nandito po ang prepared, recorded footage po sa, sa rally dyan po sa Washington. Let's watch and listen to this.
Magandang hapon mga kasama, nandito tayo ngayon sa tapat ng White House sa may Washington, D.C. At kung makikita nyo sa aking likuran, ang iba't ibang grupo, mga Pilipino sila at may mga Amerikano din na nagtipon-tipon para magsagawa ng kilos protesta para sa 2-day visit o 2-day state visit ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. dito sa Washington, D.C. Ilang mga grupo ang nagtipon-tipon tulad ng Bayan USA, Gabriela, Migrante National, kung saan panawagan nila at sinisigaw nila yung mga karapatan na ating mga kababayan sa migrante at karapatan ng mga OFWs dito sa Amerika. At panawagan rin nila kay Pangulong Marcos bago ang pulong ito kay President Donald Trump na ang Pilipinas daw ay hindi for sale o hindi pinagpipili. Wala din.
Alright, yan po ang footage, recorded footage po that happened dyan po sa Washington, organized by some Filipino groups po, protest rally yun po kay President Bongbong Marcos. Alright, a little bit the news about the Philippines po, sa Pilipinas. And as what I told you, ngayon, the caretaker dyan po sa Pilipinas, 2 tao po, and that is Executive Secretary Bersamin, as well as DOJ, Department of Justice Secretary, si Crispin Remulla. Now, last week, narinig tayo, left and right po, ang mga talks, rumors, chismis po, regarding possible arrest of Senator Ronald De La Rosa po, by the ICC, ICC po. Kagaya din yon nangyari kay former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, who is now under the custody of the ICC dyan po sa The Hague. So, maraming mga balita lumabas na may warrant of arrest na si Senator Bato de la Rosa. But that is a fake news po. Hindi yun totoo po, Hindi yun totoo. But however, sabi naman ng gobyerno, ang Marcos administration, via si Executive Secretary Bersamin, sabi niya, in the event there will be a warrant of arrest against Senator Bato de la Rosa, they will respect it, especially if it is coming from the Interpol. Interpol po, because Philippines is part of Interpol po. So, the same thing. They're going to do the same thing as what they did to former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte in executing the warrant of arrest. Nandito po. Let me share with you itong footage po, itong report about the warrant of arrest of ang issue ng warrant of arrest kay Senator De La Rosa, Bato de la Rosa. Nandito po. Let's listen to this.
Nilinaw ni Executive Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin na wala pa rin inilalabas na arrest warrant ang International Criminal Court o ICC laban kay Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa kaugnay ng war on drugs ng nakaraang administrasyon. Ayon kay E.S. Bersamin, ang mga naunang pahayag niya ay hindi nangangahulugan na may umiiral ng warrant kundi isang hypothetical na sitwasyon lamang na kung sakaling may lumabas na warrant, ipatutupad ito sa pamamagitan ng proseso gaya ng dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, lalo na kung ito ay dadaan sa Interpol. Dagdag pa ni Bersamin, hindi babaguhin ng gobyerno ang posisyon nito hinggil sa ICC, maliban na lamang kung may lalabas na desisyon ang Korte Suprema kaugnay nito.
If there should be a warrant, I did not mention that there was already a warrant. If there should be a warrant, we'll probably do the same thing that we did in the case of the former president if the warrant is coursed through the Interpol, because we continue to be a member of the Interpol.
Okay, yan po ang statement ni Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin po. Do you agree? Do you agree that they will do the same thing as what they did to PRRD po, no? Yung lumabas ang warrant and they did it. Wala nang respeto sa local court po, no? What the Filipinos are shouting, right after the surrendering or kidnapping, so-called kidnapping of former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte po, hindi daw nagrespeto ang local court natin dito sa Pilipinas, and they capitalize on the Interpol request, no? So ngayon, Bersamin repeated that they will do the same thing. Agreeable ba kayo po or what? This will be another controversial issue. Controversial issue po. Ano na lang ba? Kung mag-interfere ang ibang international court, are we going to surrender our own countrymen sa ibang bansa? Despite that we have a court here po, functional ang court natin po, no? Bakit hindi ba kaya ang korte natin to what? To handle the case? Or ano kaya po ang mga desisyon, ang mga observation ninyo po? Do you think it is proper for the Marcos administration to do the same thing po kay Bato de la Rosa o what? Kayo nang bahala po. That's your what's your opinion po? What's your opinion? My right kayo po. And let's see po if that will really happen. If that will really happen. Remember, si De La Rosa during the last midterm election po, what is number 3 yata, no? Number 3, number 4, no? Elected as senator po. Ano ba ito? Ano ba ito? So let's see, let's see, and I will continue to monitor whatever updates regarding this issue po, and I'll make sure that you will be properly informed. Although I might not be the first one to break the news, but definitely you will be properly informed po. Lastly, ang topic natin is about Tatay Digong po, is about Inday Sara Duterte, the Vice President of the Philippines and the daughter of former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, na I mentioned earlier, mayroon tayong there was a rally not only in The Hague but also in the Philippines and other countries po around the world po, no? Simultaneously they organized itong prayer rally, no? Prayer rally calling for the bringing home PRRD or Tatay Digong now, immediately po sa Pilipinas. Nandito po a portion of the speech of Inday Sara Duterte dyan po sa The Hague. Let's listen to this. Hold on, Let's listen to this.
Para sa bayan, para sa isang Pilipino na sa pilitang kinuha doon sa ating bansa. Tinulak, paakyat ng eroplano at dinala dito sa The Hague para ikulong. Paglaban si Tatay Digong! dinig ng ICC kung anong ginawa nila at ano yung pride na pinagpipilitan nila na hawakan at ikulong ang dating Pangulong Duterte. Una, nagsimula ito saan? Sa reklamo ni Trilili. At bakit siya tinawag na Trilili? Kasi nga, may sayad. Pag nagsasalita siya, nakita mo talaga, naririnig mo. Meron talaga, may kulang yung tornilyo. Saan niya pinase? Yung kanyang
Alright, yun po ang a portion of the speech of Inday Sara Duterte, Vice President Inday Sara Duterte po dyan sa The Hague. Meron mga negative and positive criticism regarding the July 19 prayer rally, no? Or rally for Tatay Digong po. No? Some were saying dyan po sa The Hague, konti lang ang tao. Not like before, yun na birthday ni Tatay Digong. Birthday ni Tatay Digong. Birthday ni Inday Sara Duterte o Vice President Inday Sara Duterte ang crowd. People from Germany, mga neighboring countries po, no? Paris, no? They all went to The Hague and attend ang event. But this time around po, last Saturday or last July 19, na notice ang mga tao doon po, konti lang po, no? Konti lang. Not like compared sa mga previous event. So ano nangyari po? We don't know. Bakit? Pagod na ba ang mga Filipinos or dahil po some financial aspects kasi you have to take a ride or by plane and then you have to stay overnight siguro 1 or 2 days. And these Filipino, overseas Filipino workers po, they are working, they have to take off. Maybe that is one of the factors po, no? One of the factors po. But dyan sa Pilipinas, I also saw some footages about the rally last Saturday po, na dami din mga tao nag-attend. Dami din mga tao nag-attend po, no? And it's not normal. Some people will criticize negatively. Others will go for positive criticism regarding this issue. But one thing sure, nakita ko po, no? Hindi napagod. The Filipinos are still very aggressive and they are not tired of gathering every day dyan po sa The Hague to show support to Tatay Digong. And they are more than willing to stay there, visit the place, Duterte Park dyan po, until the release of Tatay Digong. Until the release of Tatay Digong. So, same thing goes dyan po sa Pilipinas. Even dito din sa Malaysia, dito sa Sabah po. Every time I talk to my fellow countrymen dito sa Kota Kinabalu, they said, we continue to pray for the release of Tatay Digong po because they appreciated what Tatay Digong did when Tatay Digong was the president of the Philippines. In terms of economy, in terms of security, in terms of political stability po, he did a lot po. And there were changes po, visible changes po sa buhay ng mga Filipinos during the time of Tatay Digong as a president of the country. So ngayon mayroon sila mga comparison between the performance of the present administration, which is spearheaded by no less than Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. And in comparison to the time of Tatay Digong. Right? So siguro dito na lang ang programa natin na NikTok, the Real Talk with Nico. But before I would end this episode for today, July 21 po, I just want to extend my sincere condolence to the immediate families of my good friend, my colleague, no? Dito sa Sabah po, a media man po, who has been in the industry, media industry for few decades already po. No? When we were young, we were together. He's a crime reporter. He became a chief reporter po. Hanggang ngayon, chief reporter siya sa Chinese mainstream print media po dito sa Kota Kinabalu. And I'm referring to my good friend, si David Chin. Si David Chin po. He passed away yesterday. And to David, my good friend, I would like to say, rest in peace. Rest in peace, David. No? It was so shocking to hear that you left us already, but I know you're in safe hands now. You're in safe hands now. So to David Chin, rest in peace, brother. And to the immediate families, hold on, and life must go on. So with this, I would like to say thank you very much for making me a part of your day today. Malaysia, Sabah, the Philippines, God bless us all. And I'll see you back tomorrow.